is in production. And after that I build another SUV, and the refinery was 10 seconds before. So why is that important? That's important due to the fact that sometimes it's best not to build things too early, because the SUV that would otherwise be building the reactor may as well mine maybe 30 resources or so, which may not be much, but at the very beginning of the game this could end up being like a reasonably important amount, especially when everybody's used to a specific playstyle. Okay, in any case, I need not the tech lab but barracks reactor here. And also the command center needs to start here. Also another supply depot and the reactor. Another SUV. Probably that SUV needs to go after the orbital command is finished. Another barracks need to go down. And a marine, unfortunately I can't build these two marines or the SUV just yet. Okay, that's done. And I'm building a couple of SUVs and a couple of these marines, in total 4. Here I need the barracks tech lab, but that's not done just yet. Also another orbital command needs to go down on this command center. The command centers need to be consistently issued orders to follow. The mineral line. I'm building another barracks. I kind of expect I missed that already. Then it's the factory, more move drops, a marine, additional supply depots. Alright, a starport. It looks like I missed building the factory here again in time. In any case, I'm waiting. Factory reactor will later go down. Then I'll go for a star part. An engineering's bay. It looks like I've just got attacked. Also, as you can see, it doesn't really tell me, but I probably needed to build quite a few SCVs here. And I didn't, but I did have the money, that's why I say I needed to do it. In any case, here needs, this needs a star part. Also, I'm going to build quite a few workers. I mean marines, not workers. And this will take up most of my money away from me. And I may get my units on the hotkeys. So the all army keys on space, which is reasonably fine. Who does need some kind of a queuing up? Probably first of all at this stage is the medevacs. The medevacs need to be adjusted. Also, I would probably build the tanks. Here, for example, I didn't order the workers to enter. The shields would give Marine plus 10 life. The base life is 45. So it would make Marine a bit tougher. So the medevacs, so basically they can go on here on the tab number 1, but in reality it's R. So right here, more medevacs, another. The tanks in this case can go on F, while everybody is on the all army hotkey. And oh wow, I picked this up.
Where's the emergency?
I want them
Mineral field depleted.
to follow
Picking up or dropping off?
them. So if I want this army to kind of move, I can select an all army hotkey and move. In this case, the medevacs would move quicker than everybody else. Oh, look at that. Looks like I'm being attacked here. So I better build stuff. And here I'm going to stem. Done. Okay. Everybody's got healed. We have nicely defended here. So what I was going on about is that if I use all army hotkey and move forward, the medevacs will move ahead of the army. So in order to make this better, so that the medevacs wouldn't end up being dead, see, the way what's going to happen is that the medevacs will move ahead of the army, and the enemy forces, this group represents enemy forces, will meet the medevacs first, and they may just kill them or wound them a little bit too much unnecessarily. So what I really need to do is kind of issue a follow order on a unit that's behind them, and then I need to kind of make the move. So now the medevacs shouldn't, without a my specific order, move ahead of the army. And if they stem, the medevacs will just gladly heal them while being at the back of the army. So what can I do to get this kind of a structure, movement structure on occasional basis? So it seems that in order for me to do this correctly, I either need to click, in this case, on the army or an all army hotkey. I need to, for example, issue a move order, select the medevacs and make them follow a unit. And I have to do this every time I kind of suspect a threat. On the other hand, I may select the force control click on the medevacs, get them on a separate hotkey, which in this case would be number 1 or R on my keyboard. Then I would need to do the same with the army. So basically hold shift, get those medevacs out and get the full force on, for example, number 3 or V, and order them to move forward and select the medevacs and order the medevacs to follow also. And this would be done always. And obviously it's a mess to achieve that. So, but obviously I would only have to do this only if they are actually traveling a serious distance. So from here, maybe there. Otherwise, if I'm actually overlooking the army, I may just kind of be a little bit more careful with that, and this is right. So basically we are being hit. Now on the other hand, look at that, the medevacs just moved away from everybody, they separated. So every time the army needs to be kind of moved around, it has to be cared for, so that they wouldn't split their forces and such. In any case, that will conclude the current build right here. Okay, we could rewind, but I just clicked the wrong button there. I didn't want to rewind. I don't like that surrender word, because I just kind of want to quit the game, and surrender just doesn't cut it, you know. But something kind of getting used to, you know. In any case, let's go for the same build again. I think it's a very neat build, not 100% precise, but it could be 100% precise. It could be that I just don't always build everything that's necessary. In any case, let's do this. 2 SCVs and
not enough mineral.
A supply depot. Then I build an additional SUV or 2 additional SUVs, and I need to order the barracks after this is done. Also,
Additional supply depots required.
That's done, so I'm getting the barracks now. And I'm getting the refinery. Then 3 additional SUVs must be ordered. Orbital command should be done. There. SUV ready. So that's the last SUV. After this SUV I get the orbital command. Here I'm getting a couple of these workers inside. SUV is ready. Orbital command can only be started when the barracks finishes. After that I need the barracks reactor and an additional barracks here to wall off. After that I go to the second base and build myself a command center.
Command center upgrade complete.
Okay, need to queue up things, and I'll be ordering the marine now. The marine and supply depot. So that's the supply depot. After that, I go for the barracks. An SUV and additional marines.
Not enough energy.
Barracks Tech Lab
Not enough energy.
here. And an orbital command in the second resource base. Okay, so now it's just a bit of waiting until all of this stuff ends up being finished. So I may as well build the marines that would otherwise be needed just a little bit later. Okay, so we got into this kind of pause. Alright, here the tech lab, and here we have this orbital command. The marines have been done. I need to go for the factory now. The factory is in production, and we may start building another refinery and another marine. Here I misclicked. Do additional supply depots. I, for example, personally wouldn't do it just yet because I have, like, for example, too much supply, but you know, it's somebody else's build. Here a stim had to be done at 3 minutes 9. I did this almost a minute later. In any case, a factory reactor will have to take place now. And I built a tech lab, unfortunately. So basically no tanks from this factory, because the tanks will need a tech lab. Thor will need a tech lab. And that's it. So these two will need a tech lab, others won't. Then I needed to build a star part and a engineering bay right there.
Add-on complete.
Okay, I have quite a bit of cash, and I didn't build that many marines in the process. Anyway, it looks quite neat though, and here the build finishes really. I didn't build the third barracks, so I kinda missed it. In any case, that's how this build works out. Now I'm going to go for another race, that's Protoss race, and I'm gonna go for a beginner Protoss opening here, and I'll try to work this out on the same map. So, another race here. First of all, I'm hotkeying fast travel locations, and I need two probes. I need to hit the chroma boost on that, and I need to go for the pylon. Pylon needs to be done, and then I need the gate It says Chroma boost this, but as you can see, I don't have the energy, so maybe it's based on a different patch, or maybe it's